The phrase housing crisis is now in common usage as property values rise and rise. People in the property market have been finding themselves with assets worth more and more, but people outside the property market have been finding themselves, well, further and further away from ever owning that asset. In September of 2015, I spoke to working people struggling to even pay the rent in Auckland for a podcast we called Payday is Broke Day. And I met Nicole in the car park of a shopping mall. A solo mother of 5, Nicole had done everything to get the deposit for a home. She'd moved to Australia as part of the Kiwi Tide in search of higher wages. She'd come home to live with her mum and dad to save a deposit. But I didn't know any of that when I met her.
I've clocked up 76 hours last week.
Wow.
Yeah.
As well as having 5 kids?
As well as having 5 kids.
You must be exhausted.
I am, but I've got to do it.
Nicole tells me she could work fewer hours, but she worries that if she did, she'd be consigning her children to something less than she dreams of for them. She wants to work her way up and inspire her children to do the same.
And I'm trying to set an example for them and instill in them the ethics of work and hard work. And kids really only learn that through example. And I learnt that through my parents. And so that's what I'm trying to do now for my kids.
You're inspirational, you are.
Thank you.
Do you own a home?
I hope to one day. That's one of my goals, and I've been able to put money aside each week so that I can do that. And I've got my eye on the first home buyers that the houses that the housing corporation is selling off, and I've seen some in Tauranui that are 34 grand. I don't know what Tauranui like, but you know that's an achievable goal, and I've got to start somewhere. I need to do something.
That was 18 months ago. Nicole kept working and saving, and out of the blue she contacted us on Facebook to say she's just bought a home in Dannevirke.
I found a cute little 3-bedroom place that's just perfect for my kids and I, and you know it's something that I don't have to do anything to. We can just move in, and yeah, it's perfect.
Nicole can keep her same job. She does it by email and by phone, getting urgent temp staff into rest homes, retirement villages, etc. when permanent staff go sick, and her boss is happy for her to do it from Dannevirke. I asked her how she felt when she found her new home.
I just cried. Yeah, I just cried because I knew it was perfect for the kids and I.
And it's yours, right? It's your home. It's your family's home.
That's right.
It's so important, isn't it? Because you work so hard and you work such long hours and you are a mum raising your kids. And isn't it lovely that you don't have the stress of having to move around, of relying on parents or worrying about whether your landlord's going to toss you out? You now have a piece of earth that's yours. Yeah,
exactly. And it's just, I can just already see a brighter future for the kids and I.
What are the local schools like? Have you looked at all that stuff?
Oh yeah. No, it's great. It's a 5-minute walk to the local schools. It's a 5-minute walk to the supermarket, and parks and everything. I know it's a little town and everything, but it just really is perfect. And we're sort of moving away from how you get swallowed up in Auckland, and your priorities get a bit mixed up and everything. So we're really looking forward to it.
It's not that your priorities were mixed up. It was just that it was your entire life, from meeting you for that podcast, Payday is Broke Day, your entire life was just a permanent act of juggling, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's been very, very hard. And so, now I can just see I'll be able to spend a bit more time with the kids, which is...
Talk us through your days at the moment. So are you still working through the nights? You're still doing the same job, working through the nights?
Yeah, I'm still doing it. As much as many hours as I work, it suits my family's needs because I'm at home with them and I don't have to worry about childcare, and I'm still there with them. So
you work through the night. You can get the kids off to school in the morning and be home when they come home from school in the afternoon.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
Who have you been living with?
So we've been staying with my parents, who basically sacrificed so much for us as well. When I chose to leave Australia, it was 2 years ago, they sacrificed everything and found a house to accommodate all of us. And so we've been living with them, and we pay half rent. And they've been a huge factor towards me being able to find a place.
The point is that you do everything we ask of you. You are a great mum and you are absolutely dedicated to it. You work how many hours a week?
70 plus. Last week I did 96.
You did 96 hours?
Yeah.
God, you must be buggered, are you?
Yeah, I am, but, I can see a light at the end of the tunnel,
Yeah. It's called Dannevirke, isn't it? It's called your own home in
exactly.
Dannevirke.
It's really positive, and it's been worth it. The hard work, it's been worth it. My kids are my focus. It's not money. It's not having flash things and materialistic things. It's my kids.
And so you're giving them a home.
Yeah, giving them a home. Not just a house, a home.
That was Nicole. We first met her in September of 2015, saving to buy a home, but she didn't think she'd ever get one because they were so expensive in Auckland. As you have heard, she has just bought her first home in Dannevirke, and she and her children are so excited about it, and she will be able to keep her job there. So, what a lovely outcome for Nicole, and we really wish her well.